Hey yo, what's good guys, it's Baked Cakes. Today we're going to be doing a melee tier list to see which is the best melee in patch 1.04.1. After my 4-part melee series, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to finally make a melee tier list. If you haven't seen the 4-part series, go check it out, it's pretty fucking lit. But let's get right into this, guys. I'm going to go ahead and randomize these up just because, I don't know, it'd make it a little more fun for myself. Alright, first one on our list, we have the Twin Blade. Now, I love this melee, it's one of my favorites in the game. I feel like it's really strong right now. It's 2 consecutive hits, really strong. It has one of the highest attack power and impact in the game. It has a really strong charge attack as well. And the cooling is very, very forgiving on it. It's not too bad of a cooling. Not as high as like the Laser Blade with this recent patch. This thing is easily S tier. I love this thing. Amazing fucking weapon. So good, bro. Next up, we got the Lance. Recently, I learned a new trick with this thing. If you play soft lock, it actually hits so much better, man. It's so fucking awesome. Bro! If you really love the Lance and you're like struggling with it or you want to get better with it, try soft lock, bro. It is like the way to do it. I think I'm gonna put it in S tier, of course. It's obviously a S tier melee. The charge is amazing on it. You charge that shit up and you just launch at some motherfucker and stab them and you literally send them flying with you. It is so fucking badass. And you do a shit ton of damage. It has a lot of impact, so you can easily stagger somebody with this and go right into a pile bunker. Where is it? Right into a pile bunker. I know a lot of people like that Lance pile bunker combo. Another combo I like to go into is the plasma thrower. The Lance plasma thrower combo is pretty fucking clean. It's not gonna go above the laser slicer though, because laser slicer is just too goated, man. Next up, we have the underrated explosive thrower, and perhaps I might be the only person that has been underrating it because I've slept on this motherfucker since the game came out, bro. I know in like one of the recent patches it got buffed, but I even just ignored it. I was like, fucking explosive thrower, bro, it's just like a little box. Well, I have been fooled by my own self because this thing is amazing. Easily an S tier. Its stagger potential is very good. It has a lot of impact, so it does a lot of posture damage, and the direct hit damage is a shit ton too. This thing is so strong, and the reload time is literally like 3 seconds, so you can just keep spamming it. I slept on this shit. It's so strong, bro. I love this thing. I'm gonna need to have a build with this where I just have a whole video of me using this. I might just do explosive thrower only or some shit because this is so goated, bro. It's so good. Do I want to put it above the Lance? I don't think it's gonna pass the laser slicer, but I'll put it above the Lance because of its reload time, and you can just keep popping that shit and staggering and hitting direct hit damage. The Lance has a longer cooldown, and you really need to have the nice manual tracking skills to hit it. You don't need manual tracking skills, you can hit it with lock on, but it actually honestly hits easier with soft lock. But yeah, explosive thrower S tier. This thing is amazing, bro. If you haven't used it or if you're sleeping on it like me, gotta wake the fuck up and use it, bro. It's good. Alright, next up we got the butt sword, the motherfucking pulse blade. Personally, I think I'm gonna throw this into the A tier. Reason why is because I'm not very much a fan of the pulse blade into PvP, if I'm being honest. With all the unique qualities of all these melees, I feel like pulse blade almost feels out of place, but I think that's what makes pulse blade so unique within itself, is that it doesn't need some incredible fucking moveset or something. It is definitely more of one of the like classic type of melees. It does do pretty good decent damage. It does nice stagger damage, and it does do pretty good direct hit damage. The only thing I don't like about it though is I find it to have a kind of a linear melee path that you can only hit if you're at a specific angle. I'll stagger people when I go in for a pulse blade melee. If I'm not at the right angle, I will deadass just miss. And it can be pretty frustrating sometimes, especially whenever that melee is gonna either win you the game or lose you the game. And I've also noticed that the first hit will push them away, so whenever I go for the second hit, I'm not able to hit them because I just pushed them. I don't know if that's some like design flaw, but I find that to be very frustrating. I don't notice that with any of the other melees except pulse blade. Pulse blade's good, but I think it has some design flaws, so we're gonna throw it in top of the A tier for now. Next up, we have the Coral Oscillator. This thing is truly a boss. I think with a lot of the buffs to Laser Blade and Moonlight, I think Coral Oscillator kind of lacks some places. I think I'm gonna put it in A, to be honest, for right now. I'll put it above Pulse Blade though. This used to be one of my favorite melees in the game. After a lot of playtime, I think I've started to notice that it has a really big downside, and that's its charge attack. I know there's a glitch right now where the charge attack is basically on steroids. It's fucking crazy. It's hilarious. Glitchless, this charge attack is very punishable. Most of the times people use the coral oscillator against me and they go for that charge attack. Once I see them go for it, I'm already dashing in, staggering them to hit my melees in. Ugh. I know about that glitch, boy. You're not gonna get me, I'm sorry. Not today. The thing is with this, when you're doing the charge attack, you can't cancel it out and dash away. You have to go through it. If you're playing against someone who's very experienced with this and knows how to zone you with it well, then I think it could be possibly low S tier. I feel like that charge attack is so easily punishable. A lot of high skill players are going to be able to punish that and continuously anticipate when you're going to do the charge attack. I don't think it's the best, but I also don't think it's very bad either. And I also love its blade path. The blade path on this is super unique. You go in, you do this like crescent, kind of like backwards attack. I don't know how to explain it, but it's fucking cool as shit. I swear it always hits. I love this weapon. I feel like they should speed up the charge attack, not like too much to where it's like broken. It might not even need a buff, but I just think the charge attack is very punishable. So we're gonna leave it in the top of the A tier for now. All right, next up, bro, we have the God tier laser blade, man. We're gonna throw this right in top of the S tier above twin blade. Laser blade right now, I think, is the best melee in patch 1.04.1. It has the second highest attack power and second highest impact. The charge attack is crazy fucking strong. The direct hit damage is crazy strong, and it has an insanely high cooling, bro. This thing is so strong right now. It's like not even funny, but it is. I love this thing, bro. It's so strong right now. It's absolutely amazing. All right, next up, we're gonna call this one the Redshift. This one will be Moonlight. Main differences between Redshift and Moonlight. Redshift has the stronger auto attacks, while Moonlight has a stronger charge attacks. I think we all know this. But Moonlight also has faster cooling, so you get your attacks back faster. But Redshift has a slightly stronger direct hit damage. I think honestly both of these are S tier. I'm gonna put both of these up in the S tier right now. I think Moonlight's higher though, just because of its charge attack and its cooling. But this sits right under it. Obviously you can stagger somebody and throw some autos in, it's gonna do damage. This is not a weak melee. Redshift is very strong, and so is Moonlight. I might even put them above the Lance, to be honest. And the reason why is because with the Lance, like you have to get a very specific melee in. Like you have to get very close. Obviously with a stagger, like you can really fuck somebody up with this, but even not staggering and using this to stagger, you really have to know how to aim it and angle yourself well. With these, I mean, I feel like these are so lit in the sense because of their range. Like these are clean as hell, man. Moonlight is so strong, so is Redshift. I think I'll put them above the Lance. Next up we have the Pile Bunker, one of the one-shot machines. Pile Bunker and Chainsaw are ironically next to each other, the two one-shot machines in this game. Obviously these are S-tier weapons, S-tier melees. They can fucking one-shot. Pile Bunker is the highest attack power and highest impact in this game, along with the highest charge damage, which is fucking insane. But it has pretty shit direct hit damage, but it doesn't matter because the charged hit is all the way up. And the cooling's pretty decent on this thing. It's obviously an S tier. I'm gonna put it right under the laser blade. I think the funny thing is, yeah, it does a lot of charge damage, but because the direct hit is so low, you do a lot of damage towards light builds. I mean, you can one-shot light builds easy. Wow. GG, man. You can get very close to one-shotting like medium builds. For heavy builds, you still do a fucking fat chunk of damage, but because the direct hit is so low, you're not gonna one-shot everything in the game. So, but still S tier, bro. It's one of the one-shot machines. And speaking of one-shot machines, we're at the other one-shot machine, the Chainsaw. Chainsaw, I think, is one of my favorites. I love the Chainsaw. We're gonna put it above the Pile Bunker. Reason why we're gonna put it above the Pile Bunker? The reason why we're gonna put it above the Pile Bunker is because it has way high direct hit damage. So when you get that charge off, you're gonna just fucking stay inside the AC, ripping them up for like ever, because this animation on this charge attack is so long. And it does so much damage. You literally one-shot people to death with this thing, no matter what their fucking build is. I don't know about tanks necessarily. I haven't come across too many tanks when I'm using the Chainsaw. Nah, man, like this thing just depletes health bars, bro. It's so good. I'm still gonna put it under the Laser Slicer because it's not anything like the Laser Slicer. Next up, we have the Dagger. Oh, Dagger is amazing in a way because obviously you can go for the 3-hit Dagger combo into an assault armor, back into the 3-hit Dagger, and pretty much just one-shot somebody in that combo. The charge attack is very cool too. It does a lot of damage and it has a very, very wide sweep, and it's very easy to finish someone off with that. Come here, bro. Woo! And the cooling time is the highest in the game. This thing cools instantly. So you can just keep using this shit, keep staggering people, keep going back into it. It is absolutely amazing. The Dagger is definitely one of the best weapons. We're gonna put it S tier. We're gonna put it between the explosive thrower and the laser slicer. And next up, guys, we have the baton. I think I'm gonna put it S tier, but I'm gonna put it at the very bottom of S tier. It's not bad, but I feel like by itself, it's kind of lax. I think it kind of needs a damage buff, but I'm not sure if FromSoft wants to do that because of its electricity stat. If you pair this with stun guns or stun needle launchers, you're gonna do a lot of electricity damage. It's pretty fucking good when you pair it with other things, but even then, I feel like it kind of lacks slightly. Hopefully they kind of tweak this up a little bit. And last but not least, guys, we have the plasma thrower. This thing is fucking cool and very unique. I'm gonna go ahead and put it A tier. I'm gonna put it above the pulse blade. Reason why I'm putting it A tier is because I feel like the charged attack is kind of useless. Whenever I use the charge attack, I don't really find myself. I've tried locked on charge attack, it does not hit. I've soft locked and hit somebody with it, and it does like no damage. So yeah, what? That did like no damage. What the fuck? I feel like this only really does damage to like light builds. It doesn't do much damage to like heavy builds at all. I feel like it's more of a staggering type of melee because of its impact. If you have a build where you have like Vientos and a Zimmerman on like reverse joints, you go in with your Vientos, get them half staggered, going for a kick, hit him with a plasma melee to get the final stagger, hit the second plasma hit, and then going for a Zimmerman shot. That's going to be a shit ton of damage. But not everyone has a build like that. Not everyone wants to use a build like that. So I don't think it's S tier right now. I think if they buffed it, it could be S tier. Yeah, it's not a bad melee though. Like just because these are an A tier doesn't mean they're bad at all. These are good melees. I think they're just not as good as these right now. These are fire, bro. These are really good, honestly. I'm kind of half and half about the baton being in S tier, if I'm being honest. I think I might throw it in A, but I'm gonna put it top of the A tier. I don't know if it's really S tier worthy. Like look at these, bro. Look at these motherfuckers right here. Right? These are some strong melees, and you come down here, not too bad. And like I know Oscillator is strong, don't get me wrong, but I really feel like its charge attack is so punishable. I just don't find it to be S tier. A lot of these charge attacks can be very punishable. If you miss a charge attack, you're gonna get punished. But I feel like this one's different because it's not like the end of the charge attack within the entire charge attack. Like while you're doing it, someone can just boost low, boost high, boost wherever, and just start staggering the fuck out of you while you're still doing it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be my tier list for now. I like how it looks. If you completely disagree with me and you think Pulse Blade should be #1, yo, let me know. If you think like one of these are fucking dog shit and should be in the D tier, you know, let me know. I would love to hear y'all's opinions. They very much matter. I care about what y'all have to say. If I'm sleeping on the baton and y'all are like, yo, that shit's actually badass, bro, you just suck, yo, fucking tell me, all right? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tier list on melee weapons. If you haven't seen my 4-part series, me using all the melee weapons in patch 1.04.1, go check it out, please. But yeah, it's been Baked Cakes, and I'll see you next time. Peace.